Genghis Khan is the ancestor of 1 in 200 people in the world. His genetic spread is so great that it affected the genes of millions of people. King Henry VIII had a team that only looked after his personal toilet. This team was called the Bridge Chamber Officials. The wheel was invented around 3500 BC, but it wasn't used for transportation right away. Initially, it was used to make pottery. During the Middle Ages, people thought that mirrors had magical powers. They were believed to be able to imprison the soul. China invented firecrackers by mixing sulfuric salts. This happened around the 9th century and led to the development of gunpowder. The Industrial Revolution started in Britain because of abundant coal. Energy sources were key to the development of machinery. Rome had public sewers 2,000 years ago. The Cloaca Maxima was one of the most sophisticated sewage systems at the time. Pompeii was destroyed in 2 days, but remained unscathed for 1,700 years. Vesuvius lava preserved the city in perfect condition until its discovery. Paris was originally a small Celtic village. It was called Lutetia and became a cultural center during the Roman Empire. Istanbul has been the capital of 3 empires. It served as the capital for the Roman, Byzantine and Ottoman empires. The Chinese invented the first flakadens to save soldiers. Flakadens were used to scare the enemy's horse. The Great Wall of China didn't completely stop the Mongols, it was used more to monitor their movements. Greek troops used reflectors to blind enemies. The sun reflected off shields to create confusion. Gutenberg's printing press accelerated the spread of books. His invention in 1440 lowered the cost of books and accelerated the cultural and scientific revolution in Europe. Penicillin was discovered by accident. Alexander Fleming discovered this antibiotic in 1928 when he noticed that a mold destroyed bacteria. The railway network helped create time zones. In the 19th century, trains made it necessary to standardize time to avoid confusion of schedules. Knights of the Middle Ages weren't always clean. Often, they only washed themselves a few times a year, and strong odors were normal. In the Middle Ages, salt was used as currency. It was so valuable that wages were often made in its form, hence the word salary. Salary comes from the Latin salarium, salt. In ancient Rome, urine was used for purification. Urine was collected and used to wash clothes because of its ammonia content. Vikings didn't have horned helmets. The idea of horned helmets came from romantic artists in the 19th century, not from actual history. The Babylonians used advanced mathematical systems. Their base 60 number system is why we have 60 seconds in a minute and 360 degrees in a circle. The Maya invented the concept of zero in mathematics. They were among the first to use it as a symbol in value. Egyptians created natural deodorants. They used blends of essential oils and plants to combat body odor. The pyramids of Giza were whiter. Originally, they were covered with smooth limestone blocks that reflected sunlight. Mohenjo-Daro city had modern sewage. This ancient city in Pakistan had a developed sewage system around 4,500 years ago. Greece's terrain helped the Greeks win against the Persians. More than military strength, the mountainous terrain helped the Greeks win at the Battle of Thermopylae. War elephants were used by Carthage. In the First Punic War, Hannibal crossed the Alps on elephants to attack Rome. Mongol archers were infallible. They could shoot a bow accurately from horseback, even on the move. During World War II, British pilots ate carrots to improve their eyesight. This propaganda was spread to hide the use of new radars. The Berlin Wall was built in just one night. In 1961, the first barbed wire walls were erected in a matter of hours to separate East and West Berlin.